Hi, my name is Michelle Gilbert, and I'm the RISE Vermont Program Manager for Addison County. Through Rise and Walk, RISE Vermont is encouraging Vermonters to walk 30 minutes a day, 3 times per week, and we're hosting health talks featuring local health professionals. With me today is Melissa Clark, audiologist at Porter Medical Center in Middlebury. Melissa will speak to us on the topic of helpful communication strategies. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you so much for having me tonight, Michelle. I look forward to sharing good communication strategies with our community and all of those that watch. So tonight, I find this topic to be really important, as many of us are experiencing an increase in listening effort, which means that we're working harder to hear. The reason so many of us are working harder to hear these days is because we have folks using masks, and that results in a loss of visual cues. So the first thing I want to talk about as far as accessing auditory information is thinking about ways we can do a better job accessing the visual cues, especially when we're at home and we don't have the masks in place. So when we're with our loved ones, often speaking in separate rooms from one another, even with normal hearing, that's not going to be a good communication strategy to have in place. So making sure you're within 5 to 6 feet of that person you're talking to, you're going to have a better time hearing and understanding. Also, having that person gain your attention prior to speaking, that's going to be another one. So if you know someone's talking to you, you're going to naturally just turn to look at that person speaking, and that's going to give you that access to the visuals that make listening easier. So that being said, what else can you do to improve auditory access? Well, one thing you can do is be a good advocate for yourself. So let's say you may mishear or miss information, making sure to ask for a repeat or a rephrase of information. When a repeat doesn't work, the rephrase often can fill in that blank. So I just was talking to my dad the other night, and I think this is a really fun example. I was talking about my stepson, Blake, but he kept hearing me say plate. We were on the phone, so he didn't have my visuals. So after I repeated twice, I rephrased with saying older son, Blake, and he said, oh, Blake. So thinking about what you can do as far as rephrasing the information might really help that person hear what you're saying. Also, you can ask the person to speak more clearly, which would be 10% louder, 10% slower, but making sure they're not shouting, because that can distort speech and actually make listening more difficult. So thinking about those things that can make listening easier and your communication efforts with one another. Knowing your topic of conversation when you are communicating, that's also another great strategy. So if we know what we're talking about, you can fill in the blanks to those missed words or that misheard information. It makes it a lot easier to guess if listening is difficult. Also, if you're in a group setting, making sure people speak one at a time. So you can grab something as simple as a little pen. You can grab a spatula out of your kitchen, anything you want. You can use this as a little listening stick or a talking stick, and you can pass it around till you get in the groove of being good at communicating one at a time. It's kind of fun, and I bet you if you do it, your family or friends will get a little chuckle out of it.
That's a great tip. Can I grab the stick now or the pencil?
Here you go.
Thank you. I want to thank you for coming. That's all we have time for, and the wonderful tips. So I appreciate your tips on helpful communication strategies, and hope you'll come back.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would love to come back and chat more about the ears and hearing and ways we love to listen.
Okay, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. And I want to encourage everybody out there to get out and walk 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.